Hello everyone, welcome back again. This is Jesse, and then in today's tutorial, we'll be learning more about data frames in Julia. So what is a data frame? A data frame is simply put a data in a frame. That is, you have an information or a data and you have stored it inside a table or a spreadsheet. For example, the concept about data frame is this. So all these things are informations or data and has been stored inside a table so that it becomes easy for you to analyze and interpret it. So that is the concept about data frames. So to do data frames or to do analysis of data in a tabular form, you first of all have to add this package Pkg.add, and then you add a data frame package, data frames. So if you don't have it, you just use this format and then to install it and add it if you have internet connection. If you don't, if you already have installed it, I've already installed it, so I'll just go straight away with it. So I'll be to start or to get access to this data frame, using and then data frames, just like in other programs like Python, and then C that you use include and then import. Okay, so after that, now it is accessible, so I can do my analysis of the data that I have. So first of all, to be able to do that, you have to first import the data. So one of the ways of importing the data is to use this format of read table. So let's store it inside a variable called df. It can be any variable. So read table, and then it's table, not tables, and then the path to your file or the name of your file. So it's going to be sample data.csv, right? So it can be Excel, depending upon the format you save it. So this format I've saved it as CSV. So it can be Excel, it can be any format. So now it is showing me that it's having 20 rows and then 8 columns. So that is the information about it, which is quite useful. So we can just do the same thing here using data frames, and then we go with df is equal to read tables. The reason I'm using this is because I want all the information to be seen so that you know that it's actually read data, right? So that it's loading every information, all the rows, going to load every information about it, which is quite useful. So it is quite useful, so it has already loaded them. So if you want to get more information about this, you use describe, and then df. So it's going to list everything about it. So it's going to list the mean, it's going to list every information that it has about it. So we have several information, the mean, the median of each and every row of each and every information, and then statistics, which is quite useful. The first quartile, the median, the mean, the third quartile, the maximum, and then not available. So all these things is going to show to you. That's one useful stuff you can also do with the data frames. Okay, so apart from that, you can also do several aspects. You can check for the head of it. The head of it is going to show you like as it is the head. So if this head and then the tail is usually used if you have huge sums of data. So instead I just only showed me 6 rows. If you have huge sum of data, it will be very helpful. And then tail, it will be able to load to tell you that you have already loaded the information that's actually working. So df, so the same thing, which is quite useful. Apart from that, you can also do some other aspects of it. You can also check for the names. The names is going to list all the names for us. That is the description of the names of each and every of the rows. So we have the year, population, that is each and every of the columns. So year, population, violent, crime. So all this information. You can also check for the type of it, like the normal one, which is going to give us data frame. So the type is the data frames to data frame. Also, like the tail that we had, df, you can also check for the length, which include, can check for the length of it. So let me clear this. So the length of df, and it's going to tell me that it's 8, and then you can also check for the size, which is going to tell me the number of columns and then the number of of rows, which is 20, and then you can also use this function of show columns and then df, and it's going to show me all the names of the data types of each and every of the column. So this is quite useful. As a matter of fact, data frame is usually has to do with the type of data in the table, and then data set has to do with the actual collection of the data. So that's the difference between data frames and then data sets. So data frames are actually the type. So it's giving me all the types of it. So we have integer for the year, we have strings for the population. So all these things are strings, and then you have float. So it's very useful. This show columns. You can also go on with several other functionalities I can also do. Okay, so these are the basic systems about it. So if you want to first of all load information about a file that you have outside, you can also use this format. Also, in case you have, let's say the file is somewhere and then you want to load it from online or a URL, you can just go straight away with something very useful, which is going to be like this. Let's say you're going to store it inside this R, and then you go with request. Request is an inbuilt function, and then you go with get stream, get streaming, right? So this get streaming, and then I'm going to put inside in this place your URL. So if you have a URL, like let's say I'm not sure of any URL, but like if you have any URL, just put your URL here, and then you put this one, right? So this format is going to just, you can use the same thing for let's say df URL, and I'm going to make it like read table, then you put this out here. So that is, this one is if you have an online source or a link that is where your data is stored, and you want to import that data to the format. So this is how you are going to do it. So you have to first request and then get streaming, then the URL link. So that is the basic concept about it if you want to import data rather. Okay, so let's see another stuff you can also do with it. You can do several functionalities that you can do with any form of table or any form of array. So some of these things include, you can do the normal one like df, right? And it's going to list everything. The normal df is going to list everything for you. You can also do df, and then you go with this option, this column, which usually has to do with the columns. The column has to do with the columns. Okay, it's quite interesting. So these numbers, it can be any of the columns. That is the name of the column. I hope it works, because most of them is supposed to give you the column name. So it's going to go to our information that we had, our table data, and go to the third column. So that this is our third column, population, 1 2 3, right? So it's going to print everything from this third column. So 1.118 violent crimes occurred in the year 1994. So it's printing everything perfectly for us. So we can use all this format that we can do with an arrays, all those manipulations you can do with arrays. Also, you can also go straight away with, like, let's say 5, and then you're going to print it for us. So it's quite useful. For example, like this same 5 is going to go to the row 5, and then it's going to print it for us perfectly. That this is 1 2 3 4 5, right? So it's going to print everything here for us, which is what it has printed for us inside this format. Okay, so that is a concept about these things. So you can do several functionalities. In the other coming tutorials, we'll be doing more about these things. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have learned something. And then please don't forget to subscribe. Stay blessed.